Hello everyone, this is Miu, and today I wanted to talk about some basic beauty definitions. And basically, these are words that I remember when I first started out on YouTube, and I'd hear them and I would have no idea what girls were saying. So I thought that maybe this would be helpful to girls who are in the position that I was once in and are beginners on YouTube and aren't familiar with some of the terms and expressions that we use. So I made a list, and I have it here in front of me, of words that I remember not being too familiar with, or maybe noticing that other girls had a lot of questions about these words. So I'm gonna try and go over them clearly and quickly to make them as easy to understand as possible. And so the first one is the T-zone. And the T-zone is just this area from your forehead down the nose. So you can kind of think of your nose is in the T-zone, your whole nose, and then down to your chin. So just makes a T. That's your T-zone. Then you have your Cupid's bow, which is this dip right above your upper lip. That's your Cupid's bow. Your waterline is the line, if you gently pull down on your eye, it's the line in between your eyeball, the line of skin in between your eyeball and your eyelashes. And it's the same thing for your tight line, only that's think of it as the upper waterline. That's your tight line. Okay, then we have the word iridescent, and when something is iridescent, you can think of a bubble, and a bubble, when you look at it, it changes colors just by the light hitting it in different ways, or just by you moving the bubble, the light will change. And that's a bubble is iridescent, so that's what iridescence is. You can think of a bubble and liken it unto that, and that gives you the idea. And then we have opalescent, and when something is opalescent, it has a milky, light iridescence to it, and it looks like an opal stone in, a manner of speaking. So then metallic can be hard to understand sometimes, and sometimes it's hard to explain as well, but it really does basically just look like metal. But if you think about the metal that you might find like in your bathroom, that not so pretty looking metal, that's not the metallic that we're talking about. Sorry, there's a bug. But when something is metallic, it's the kind of metal that maybe you would see in a really fancy place. Like maybe think about a car commercial and the way they show the metal on the car, and it looks really sleek and shiny, and sometimes has a bit of a shimmer to it, just a slight touch of it. That's the kind of metallic that we're talking about. And it's very nice. It's not, like I said, it's not like your bathroom kind of metallic. So then we have two finishes, matte and dewy. When something is matte, there is no shine or shimmer or anything to it. It's just flat. And I know that sounds boring, but it's actually not. But you can look into that more yourself. Then we have the word dewy, and you can basically think of dewy as another word for really glowy. So if something's dewy, it's just really glowy. So then we have the word pastel. When something's pastel, it's really white based. You can think of a pastel pink. It's a really light pink with a very strong amount of white put into it. So it looks like just looks like a whitish pink, and you can do that same thing to yellow or blue or any other color, and then it'll be a pastel. I'll provide examples in the description box that I'll provide links to different finishes to really help you out and give you good examples. So I'll give you examples of the pastels. Then we have neons. These are really electric, like striking, extremely bright colors. That's basically all I can really say of them. I'll also give pictures of neons, but they're in no way dull. They're like electric colors. And by electric, like I said, I mean very bright and striking colors. Then we have the words pigmentation and opaque. I'm basically going to tell you to think of these as the same thing because to me they basically are. When something is pigmented or opaque, it's very rich and vibrant in color. It's not see-through or translucent. You can't see through the color in any way. It's, as I said, just a very rich color. And when someone says they're building pigmentation, it means they're building up how visible the color is. And the same thing with the opaqueness. They're making it less see-through and translucent or sheer. And when something is sheer, it's when you can hardly see it, it's barely there. Then we have the word dimension, and when something has dimension to it, it has that 3D effect. There's a lot of depth. It brings, if they say to bring dimension to your face, it means that you're pulling certain features forward, sinking other features in, or really defining or sculpting them, just giving your face a very dimensional look. So then we have contouring, which will often be used in making your face look dimensional. And to contour is to sculpt or to kind of remodel a feature on your face. If you were to contour your nose, you could make it look rounder or straighter or slimmer. There's several things you can do with contouring, but it's to sculpt a feature to either enhance it or to rebuild it, in a sense, just, you know, remodel it, as I said, or to make that feature stand out. So then we have the word haul, and to haul is like when a girl goes to Walmart and she buys a bunch of makeup and then brings it all back home. That is her haul of makeup. So it's the same thing for wherever you shop. If you kind of buy a lot of products at once, or even just any purchase really, even if you just buy 2 lipsticks, that's your tiny little lipstick haul. So, but generally hauls aren't quite that small, but that's all it is. It's the products that you bought put together and you're showing them to other girls on YouTube or other girls reading your blog or wherever it is that you're communicating from. And so that's basically all that I can think of right now. I'm sure that a lot of other words will come to me once this video is over, and if they do, I'll put them in the description box. But hopefully this was helpful to those of you who are just starting out. Hopefully I at least gave you some groundwork to go out there and expand your YouTube lingo knowledge. So hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you all later. So